Good morning, Thailand. My name is Alex.
And I'm Kiki.
That's Kiki, everybody. Yeah, we have some news updates for you from around the land of smiles today, this Monday, May 5th. Now, today, we're going to be talking about a man arrested in Bangkok after throwing concrete at oncoming traffic, Thailand's plans to use Muay Thai as a global soft power strategy, and a little later, a deadly SUV crash at the Manila airport. Before we begin, though, please subscribe to the Thaiger to stay up to date on all things Thailand. And a quick word from our new sponsor. Kiki, have you heard of Fazwaz?
Tell me about it.
Now you will know. Fazwaz is the leading, one of the leading real estate service providers here in Thailand. Whether you're looking to rent, buy, sell, whatever, you can go to fazwaz.com, see all the listings, check things out. I'm a little overdue for a move, and I know who I'll be using. It will be Fazwaz. So
amazing.
Yeah. Anyways, check them out, guys, if you are in the real estate market here in Thailand. All right. I wanted to start today off with a classic Thaiger tale, guys. And our very first story today takes us down to Bangla Road in Phuket, where a Ladyboy brawl broke out. Well, a viral video showing a fight between ladyboys on Phuket's Soi Bangla has sparked widespread concern over the impact on the island's reputation as a tourist hotspot. I don't know, it seems like part of the action. The footage, which quickly circulated on social media, features a physical altercation in Patong's Nightlife district and has triggered debate over law enforcement, public behavior, and, of course, the local image. While many online voiced outrage and called for stricter policing, others urged authorities to avoid generalizing an entire community based on individual actions. The incident underscores growing tension between tourism, image management, and social equality in Phuket. Yeah. You ever bared witness to a brawl such as this?
Sadly, I haven't.
Oh.
I did watch the video, though. Have you?
Yeah. How
It's in broad daylight, which that was what was shocking to me.
Was that a pun? Broad daylight? Okay. Sorry.
Unintentionally,
Yeah.
but I'll take it.
Fair enough. This does remind me of just in front of another fellow comedian's hotel, the Ladyboy War of 2024.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Filipinos and Thais.
How did I miss this?
Oh man, I'll get you up to date on all of the Ladyboy conflicts. But it is an issue though. Like nobody likes to see violence, particularly in hotbed spots. And like you said, in broad daylight. What could be fueling this? Any takes?
Who's to say? It was tough for me to read between the lines of the video.
Yeah, the motivations are always unclear. Usually, it's some sort of like turf thing, like you're stepping on my territory for hawking the goods. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
I will say they were sparring. It was impressive.
Yeah, they throw hands, man. Like, you have to understand the general. Look, I've had Kotoy friends. I still have. The journeys are impressive. Like I've known them. Many of them have done Muay Thai.
Yeah.
Many of them have gone into monkhood on their journey to finally accepting themselves and things like that. So the lives have been lived by these girls, and they don't put up with a lot of BS.
Right. It makes sense that things like would get personal or could escalate.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyways, hopefully the dust is settled and we can all move on with our lives.
So
Get back to partying. All right. Well, anyways, our next story is a bit of a serious one. So there was a serial concrete attacker that was at large for a little bit, but he's finally been arrested at Na-Trat Road. So police arrested 32-year-old Chalad for throwing concrete blocks at vehicles on Na-Trat Road, an act he's admitted to doing 12 times before. During a police-led reconstruction, he claimed remorse and blamed his actions on alcohol use and homelessness. Could be stressful for everybody. Charged with attempted murder. Chalad is set to be remanded to Prakanong Criminal Court on May 4th. That was yesterday. Police ruled out mental illness, saying he was coherent during questioning. The case has raised public safety concerns over repeated violent incidents in the area. I don't know.
12 times is a lot.
That is a serial repeat offender.
Right.
Fortunately, nobody did die, but he is they're throwing the book at him. Attempted murder, that's no slight punishment here. What do you make of his excuse? Alcoholism, homelessness?
I mean, those are valid. Those are really valid reasons. Mental health is serious.
I'm not sure it validates you throwing concrete at oncoming traffic, but it is understandable, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not an excuse, but an explanation.
I'm wondering where he got these concrete blocks.
I don't think you could just peel them off the ground on Bangkok sidewalks.
You sound too confident in this.
You want a concrete block? I can find you a concrete block. Okay. But yeah, it's definitely not an excuse, that's for sure. But it just kind of like, it's one of those breaking points, right? Like people are sort of like falling through the cracks. The social safety networks don't really catch them, and then they lash out. At just society at large. So it kind of does bring to light, right? Of course, this guy's wrong. He's going to jail. He's going to be in that takes care of the housing problem. But yeah, then after that, like, you know, how do we actually prevent people from getting to that sense of desperation? I know what we can do. Legalize gambling in Thailand. That's going to help. Just kidding.
Okay, Alex.
That's on the horizon, though. So I don't know how that's going to actually help. But
yeah.
All right. Anyways, our next story. Do you want to try to read one? You want to give it a go?
Let's do it.
Let's give it a go. All right.
A bee swarm disrupts monk ordination ceremony, injuring over 30. So over 30 people were injured when a bee swarm attacked guests at a monk ordination ceremony at Wat Bandai Ma in Nakhon Ratchasima on May 3rd. And the chaos began when a child's balloon struck a hive on the temple eaves, provoking the bees. Victims, including locals and tourists, were stung on the face, arms, and torso, with 4 suffering serious injuries. One man, stung nearly 100 times, was hospitalized with breathing difficulties and remains in ICU. This unexpected incident caused panic and disrupted the ceremony, prompting emergency medical response.
Yeah, it would put a damper on your day.
Yikes.
I think, yeah.
I'm allergic to bee stings, so this is my worst nightmare.
Good God.
To be praying and to be attacked by bees.
It's like, yeah, horrifying. Fortunately, it seems, look, the guy's in ICU. Hopefully he'll be okay. But yeah, like, I don't know, is this like a sign or something like that?
Is it an omen?
I don't know. It's pretty terrifying stuff. But in any case, hopefully everyone is okay in the end, just a little bit traumatized. What happens if you get stung by a bee? You just have like,
it swells up massively.
You have EpiPens or no?
Yeah, I got that. I don't have an EpiPen.
Oh, okay.
It's not that level
Not that
of
bad,
allergy.
Well, I think after 100 bee stings, it could become that level. In any case, yeah, what do you do? Horrifying story. But
there was also a bee fight at a temple market. I read near
fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Between local bees and wild bees. I don't know why. I think that's an omen at the temple market. I don't know why these bees are coming for the temples.
I'm just picturing a Muay Thai battle or something going on. But
I know we have the Ladyboy fight, the bee fight.
Can't we all, as just interspecies, get along? Apparently not. Well, anyways, speaking of fighting, I have a happier story regarding fighting, and that's that Thailand is using Muay Thai as a global soft power strategy. So there's nothing soft about Muay Thai, though. Thailand is launching a major campaign to promote Muay Thai as a form of soft power across Europe and China, aiming to boost exports and cultural influence. The initiative includes opening training centers abroad, supporting international leagues, and exporting Muay Thai gear, apparel, and supplements. Oh God, are we selling supplements now? The strategy also leverages entertainment featuring Muay Thai in films, games like Tekken and UFC 5, and streaming platforms. Thai athletes will serve as global ambassadors. Each target city is expected to generate at least 10 million baht in revenue, enhancing Thailand's economic and cultural footprint internationally. You ever go to the Muay Thai fights?
Never been to a Muay Thai fight. I've taken some Muay Thai classes.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Am I in danger?
Yeah.
Oh.
Watch out.
Yeah, I am the nearest person, so I better not piss you off. I've been to Muay Thai plenty of times. I absolutely love the sport. I go to Lumpini. I've been to Rajadamnern, the big classic stadiums here in Thailand. And it's just wild to me that, you know, boxing and MMA have taken off as such big sports in the West that I don't know why Muay Thai isn't bigger. Like it's like MMA, but just, you know, on the feet the whole time, more striking. And yeah, I think it's an amazing cultural export. So
Yeah, I'm excited for it to have its moment. And you know that in the past, like in the 2000s, the Thai government did something similar with Thai cuisine. There was like gastro diplomacy and soft power, which is why Thai food is so popular around the world. So I'm excited for Muay Thai to follow in its footsteps.
And of course, White Lotus just happened recently. Like that's been all the buzz lately too.
Pad Thai, Muay Thai, White Lotus.
Yeah. What more do you need?
What
Lisa? Black La Lisa.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's. It's very interesting to me to see, like the Japan and South Korea models of like sort of expanding, like doing their own culture, but making it like anime in Japan, right? K-dramas, K-pop. Thailand is just trying to follow that path while still maintaining their own cultural identity. Muay Thai is a perfect vessel for that.
Yeah, very exciting.
Well, you want to try one more?
I would love to.
Let's give it to the next one. Yeah.
C-130 aircraft skids off runway in Samui. No injuries reported.
Good news.
Good news. A Thai Air Force C-130 transport plane skidded off the apron at Samui Airport on May 2nd due to a brake malfunction. But all 62 on board, including 8 officers and 54 passengers, escaped without injury. The aircraft struck an electric pole and parking sign before stopping in a nearby field. The pilot's quick response ensured a safe evacuation, and the plane, part of Squadron 601, was on a training mission from Don Mueang to Koh Samui. An official investigation is underway, though no damage occurred to airport infrastructure.
Flying has been in the news for all the wrong reasons lately.
All the wrong reasons.
Yeah. Weird to me that it was a training exercise with so many people on board, though, too. That was also interesting to me that there was up to 60 plus people on there.
So you're thinking about conspiracy theories?
No, not necessarily. Accidents happen, but yeah, fortunately in this case, like that's the other interesting thing. There's been a lot of plane accidents lately where people have all survived, which is not something I ever really considered in the past. I usually just thought it'd be like a death sentence, right?
The binary, 0, 1, yeah.
Right, everyone's either okay or certainly not. So in this case, I mean, it's such a big airplane, the C-130. Are you familiar?
I'm not familiar.
Didn't play a lot of Call of Duty, I don't think. No, fair enough.
Shocking, I know.
not your demographic, definitely mine. But yeah, a little chunkier. Maybe that helped with its, the sturdiness of the plane actually helped in this situation. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, just earlier this year, we reported on a story about a South Korean plane like that had an emergency landing. It was going fine until you get to the end of the runway where there was just inexplicably like a big old wall. And it's like, if that had just been a fence, it would have just crashed over the fence, like further into a field. And instead it just slammed into a wall and everybody died. It was insane. So,
the wall, the electric pole.
Yeah. I mean, electric pole in this case might have just softened the blow a little bit. But, yeah, I think it's interesting. We need to rethink how we're doing this airport infrastructure to make it safer because emergency landings appear to be an increasing thing.
Yeah.
Not to fearmonger. I'm flying, okay? Like,
yeah, we're up in there. We're up in the air.
Just prefer Airbus over Boeing these days, but you take what you can get. All right. Well, anyways, to all of my expat friends that live here in Bangkok, you might be familiar with one of the city's greatest nightlife spots, and that is Soy Cowboy. I wanted to take a little bit of a moment to give you a retrospective on one of the most fun parts of the city in a lot of people's books. Wouldn't say mine. But yeah,
you can admit it. Yeah. Don't be shy.
I've had some good nights in Soy Cowboy. I'll just say that. Bangkok's neon lit nightlife landmark still thrives to this day. Can you believe it? Soy Cowboy, Soy Cowboy, a vibrant strip nestled between Sukhumvit Soy 21 and 23, has evolved from a single bar opened by a U.S. Air Force veteran T.G. Cowboy Edwards in 1977 into one of Bangkok's most iconic nightlife destinations. Known for its neon glow and over 40 bars, it now rivals Pat Pong and Nana Plaza. Easily accessible and increasingly tourist-friendly, Soy Cowboy blends colorful nightlife, cultural nostalgia, and street food charm, maintaining its reputation as both a symbol of Bangkok's exuberant party scene and a topic of ongoing cultural debate. Yeah. You ever have a little fun night on Soy Cowboy, Kiki?
What's your guess?
No.
That's correct.
Oh, come on. Look, it's not all. Look, of course, there's like strip clubs, nudity, and sex cells, and blah blah blah. But there's actually some really great, like, just outdoor seating with cheap beers. There's good live music venues that bookend the streets, and there's a lot of good food there. And you know.
I'm not sold by your pitch. I've walked through many times just as a form of transport because people don't bother me when I walk through. Yeah.
Oh, that's I get bothered a lot. So, I guess,
I know they see me and they're like about to, pitch themselves, but then they get disappointed.
Yeah, you need to watch. You want to see a show.
Yeah.
It can be a graphic experience. But look, I think it still has its triumphs. Ever since Hangover 2, if you ever say that, like that brought it into the forefront of my mind. And when I was actually seeing it in real life, I was like, wow, yeah, it is.
It lives up.
It's exactly what I expected it to be.
I never thought about why it was named Soy Cowboy. But now I know, and I hope Cowboy Edwards is smiling down from heaven.
Is he dead?
That's a good. I don't know why I just assumed that.
Could still be kicking. Anyways,
maybe he's still there.
Should have researched that. In any case, thank you, Cowboy, for creating such an amazing, fun cultural landmark here in
what a legacy,
Thailand. Yeah, in Bangkok, wherever you are. Indeed. All right. Dave Daniels does say there's a video about this American man and the story. I'd be curious to check it out. So everybody go look up Cowboy and the history of the soy named after him. All right, we have no ad for Fazwaz yet, right? No. Okay, all right, well, just go check out Fazwaz. There's your ad. If you are in the real estate market at all, they gotta buy, rent, sell. It's one of the biggest proprietors of the real estate market here in Thailand. So check out Fazwaz. But yeah, that'll do it for our Thailand section of the news. We're now going to dive into our ASEAN Now section, guys, where we head into the broader region. And unfortunately, our first story is a bit of a tragic one coming out of the Philippines. An SUV has crashed into the Ninoy Aquino International Airport in Manila, killing 2 and injuring 4. 2 people, including, unfortunately, a 4-year-old girl, died, and 4 others were severely injured when an SUV crashed into pedestrians at the NAIA Terminal 1 in Manila on May 5th, just earlier. The driver, who reportedly panicked and hit the accelerator instead of the brakes, is now in police custody, and his license has been suspended for 90 days. I would imagine more
not enough
would be in order. Yeah, an investigation is ongoing, according to NAIA officials led by the NNIC president Ramon Ang. They've pledged to cover medical expenses and assist victims' families. Security has been tightened at the terminal as authorities work to determine the exact cause of the crash. Yeah, I mean, look, if it was an accident, that's tragic. It's unfortunate. A panic. That doesn't bring them back, right? So I find it interesting that, look, they're in custody. We don't really know how this is going to play out. I think it's funny that they said, oh, we're at least 90 days, you can't drive. I'm like, that is, you kind of lose your privileges, I think.
I know. Between this and the Samui story, like airports are not seeming like the friendliest place.
You know, it's high traffic areas and people are often stressed out when they're traveling too. In any case, like it does seem like this was an accident, not something intentional, which is, just unfortunate for all parties involved.
Right.
But you got to wonder, what is the appropriate punishment in that case? Like it's still, it's accidental, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, let's move on to some other unfortunate news. You want to try this one?
Let's do it.
Go for it.
Malaysia convenes emergency parliament session over U.S. tariffs. Malaysia's parliament will hold a special session on May 5th, today, to address the U.S.'s unexpected tariffs on Malaysian exports, which are 10% across all nations and a sharper 24% targeting Malaysia. The U.S. has paused the harsher tariff for 90 days to allow negotiations. Trade Minister Tengku Zafrul has already met with U.S. officials to push for a diplomatic resolution discussing trade deficits, non-tariff barriers, and potential agreements. The session, requested by Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, aims to brief Parliament on government efforts and coordinate national responses amid rising trade tensions.
So this is the big news in most Southeast Asian countries right now is the tariffs.
Absolutely.
And the 90-day suspension.
Yep.
Because they came on a dime and then they stopped on a dime. So everybody's thinking that these are like negotiating tactics, I guess, on behalf of the United States, and well, it's bringing them to the table at least. What will be the long-term effects of this? We don't know.
Yeah, this will be critical for Thailand too. 20% of Thailand's exports are to the U.S.
Yeah.
So
major trading partner for almost everybody in the area. It was just fascinating to me though, because under the previous administrations, there was the concept of the TPP, the Trans-Pacific Partnership, right? Which was meant to be a trade agreement that opened up labor markets for U.S. companies in Southeast Asia, basically, and it opened up consumer markets for those manufacturing hubs like Vietnam, basically all in an effort to sort of curb the influence of China and the expanding role that China plays in everybody's economy. And that has that partnership, or that concept of partnership of making more free trade between these nations has gone the other way under the Trump administration with the implementation of tariffs. So I don't know what this looks like in the future, but certainly going to be something that's going to be talked about for a while.
it has wide-ranging impact.
Indeed. And Southeast Asia is still very much in development, so it matters a lot.
Yes, it does.
All right, well, let's move on to our next story. Might be a feel-good, why not? Indonesia is opening a special Hajj terminal to streamline pilgrimage travel. Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto officially inaugurated a dedicated Hajj and Umrah terminal at Soekarno-Hatta Airport's Terminal 2F on Sunday, aiming to improve services for pilgrims, especially the elderly. The new terminal features a Makkah route lane with 10 Saudi immigration counters, allowing Indonesian pilgrims to be pre-cleared before arriving in Saudi Arabia. The initiative, launched in cooperation with Saudi authorities, is designed to streamline travel and reduce stress for Hajj and Umrah travelers. Prabowo praised the airport's revitalization and toured the new facilities following the ceremony.
I mean, no. I'm not Muslim, so I haven't. But I mean, Indonesia is the largest Muslim country in the world. Like 230 Muslims live there. So
more than that, 230 million.
230, yeah. 230. That's it. So I think this is exciting news, I'm sure, for the population.
I can only imagine too. Like, is there is it a pilgrimage season, or can you do it any time? I'm showing my ignorance a little bit right now.
I think the Hajj, there's a specific time.
Yeah. So if there is a specific time, this is very important then, because you're going to need to deal with that influx of traffic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can
you imagine if they did this for there was a Coachella fast track lane, you know what I mean? Like if you applied this to other use cases as well.
Why not? I think. It's a little bit more of a serious topic, I guess. Religious pilgrimage.
Yeah, especially for the elderly.
People, Coachella is just
That's true.
I don't know. But yeah, I do take your point, Kiki. Dave Daniels, hold on. Stinking Rocket says a couple of comments about you, Kiki, very quickly. Stinking Rocket says, did Jay get the change? That's not Jay. That's Kiki. Dave Daniels says, I came in late to the show, and that's not Jay sitting next to Alex. Please introduce her again. This is Kiki Wang.
Hello.
Hang with Wang. And she's one of the comedians on the scene here in Bangkok. Jay is off in Phuket for the week, so I'm going to be bringing in a couple of my comedian friends to join me on the morning show to engage.
Nice to meet you, Dave.
A little bit of bants. Stinking Rocket.
And Stinking Rocket.
Stinking Rocket gave me one of the jokes that I stole for one of my headlines. So thank you, Stinking Rocket. Keep the jokes coming because I need material. And Mandalik says, congrats, Alex. Good that the frame is now full and lively. Woo. Clap, clap, clap. Okay, wait. All right, we'll get into the comments at the end, guys. We got one last story for you before we dive into that. I'll handle it really quick, Kiki. Now,
cool.
Ho Chi Minh City's Reunification Day tourism doubles Lunar New Year revenue. 50 years was a big deal over there. Ho Chi Minh City welcomed nearly 2.7 million visitors and earned over 15.7 trillion Vietnamese dong. That's about $2. No, I'm just kidding. $603 million in tourism revenue during the 15-day Reunification Day holiday period, doubling earnings from this year's Lunar New Year holiday. Hotel occupancy hit 95 to 100%, with many 4- and 5-star properties completely sold out. The surge was driven by grand celebrations marking the 50th anniversary of Vietnam's reunification, including parades and city tours. International visitor numbers more than doubled, and patriotic displays were widespread. The city saw a sharp rise in participation in historical and local tours, reflecting both national pride and strong tourism planning. It was insane. Did you see the aerial footage of this? You can see the celebrations here on the page, but millions of people just all on the streets. I
love to see it. I mean, we're both Americans.
Yeah.
So I feel like the Vietnam War is, it was a dark time. So to see this like beautiful celebration 50 years later, warms my heart.
Indeed. I mean, it's a big deal for any country when they reunify, right? Like German reunification.
We're waiting for Korea.
One of these days, maybe. China, Taiwan? Sorry. Let's not make it too controversial. But
congrats to Vietnam.
Yes, congrats to Vietnam for making it work. I'm blown away by the amount of people that came out to celebrate in such dramatic fashion. So the patriotism is very strong there. I've been to Vietnam a few times. Have you been?
I've been once.
Yeah.
Only to the north.
You can probably blend in a little better than me.
I think so.
But I've never felt alienated or antagonized in any kind of way in Vietnam. I have been scammed, but
I want to hear that story later.
Not safe for this channel.
Okay.
In any case, congratulations, Vietnam, I guess we'll say. All right, let me wrap up the show very quickly, and then we'll dive into the comments at the end and have a little more fun with the audience. But guys, thank you for tuning in for this episode of Good Morning Thailand. Please subscribe to the Thaiger here on YouTube to stay up to date on all things Thailand, and follow us on all the other social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Line, whatever, all at the Thaiger Official. And we'll be with you again tomorrow. For now, Kiki, let's dive into the comments, shall we?
Like that story, please like and subscribe. And for more Thailand news, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok at The Thaiger, or you can go to thethaiger.com and join the conversation.